Brooklyn. We have such a treat for you today. We're here with Stephon Hinds from StephLova Cafe.
Yes, and so naturally, as young Black women, we are supporters of small minority businesses, and we all know Brooklyn is becoming gentrified. So it's even more important that you get to know who those owners are and that you utilize their services so that the businesses remain thriving in our communities.
So if you guys have not been to StephLova Cafe, you need to come.
Absolutely.
So it is in the heart of Brooklyn, East Flatbush, Brooklyn. And if you don't know, if you are familiar, then you definitely know that they're known for their delicious smoothies and your quick bites. So we're just really grateful and thankful, Stephon, for you giving us some of your time today. We know that you're busy and you're up and running and you're shaking and you're moving. So thank you for allowing us to come in. We're just here to share with the people, with our Vibe Tribe, just get some more information in regards to you. We know that this is one of many businesses that you have. So we would love to know like your business journey and how you got on this path and a little bit more about your businesses so far.
Okay, so I started when I was young. I mean, I was into all type of business, from cutting hair, selling candy, water, Gatorade, barbering. I mean, I've done a
Jack
lot.
of all trades.
That's all, right?
Serial entrepreneur. Yeah, but you know, coming up, I had a tough upbringing, and I made sure that I'm not going back into that direction or path where I came from.
Right.
It started when I was younger. The main thing was foundation, real estate as a foundation, and I knew if I used that real estate as a foundation, it would support me no matter what, and it's what enables me to quit my job and to focus on business 100% and never look back.
So that's a lot, right? Real estate, the cafe, this financial project. So it can be challenging just managing with one business. How have you mapped out a plan to be able to manage multiple businesses and projects?
Well, when you work with multiple businesses, it's important to have a strong team behind you. I mean, we have a very small team, but with each person that works along with me, we spend years working together. So the discipline that I maintain, I expect it of my staff as well. It's a lot of work, and each of my staff members, they work as if they were me. So it's a lot of work to do. You got to be committed to the cause. If you want to be successful, you have to put in the work. There's no other way around it.
Absolutely. So definitely some dedication. You have some dedicated people on your team to help move things forward, so you're not doing it alone.
Yes.
That's awesome. So did you always see this for yourself? Like looking back, did you see that this would be like your path forward, or?
No, but one thing that I did early on is create a plan, and with the plans, it was very important that I didn't go back to where I started, and my upbringing was a little bit tough. You know, we grew up in Brooklyn, we didn't have a lot, and I knew I didn't want to go back there. So, I mean, everything that I do now is to ensure that I provide generational wealth for my family and my future.
So that's important. I know generational wealth is important to us. I know a lot of, especially like minority entrepreneurs, that's something that is a talk, you know, like how do we go about doing that? How do we map that out? Because we want to continue to push it forward and leave an impact that goes way beyond us. So I definitely hear you on the generational wealth aspect. It's really important.
I also think it's one key thing that you also just said is you created a plan. We recently just talked about the importance of writing out your vision, creating a business plan, really having a blueprint. So I think it's so interesting that you actually mentioned that today.
Oh yeah, you know something? It's important to write a plan because planning is behind everything, and some things you can't plan out. I mean, you can plan for what you want, but there's so many things outside of your actual power that's going to happen to you. You need to set your goals, and some way, somehow, it's going to work itself out. You know.
So with all that being said, you're creating plans, you have your setup, you have your businesses. COVID-19 hits.
COVID-19 hits.
Right.
So how, you know, I know that it's a major, you know, the impact of it is global, from the individual to small businesses, families, across the board. How did your business handle that? Like, how were you managing the impact of COVID-19 across your many businesses?
I mean, we would have to talk about them individually.
Okay.
I mean, but starting with the cafe, I mean, we had challenges up front. I mean, I had to explain to my staff that we were going to have to send them home I mean, that was like one of the biggest things. We've been training these staff members for years, you know, to have them work on the
Right.
level that we want them to.
Mm-hmm.
So breaking the news to them, that was a challenge.
That's right.
And then the fear of not having enough to operate the business, you know, that also was a challenge. We had to make a decision whether or not we wanted to continue operating through COVID-19. And, you know, we got together as a management team, thought a little bit about it, and I knew we were going to continue pushing through. We always push through no matter what. And so that was the cafe. I mean, as far as the real estate, I mean, we definitely took a hit because we have a mix between long-term rentals and short-term rentals. And luckily, we always plan well, and we planned to have a good portion of long-term tenants for stability, and the short-term tenants provide opportunity to make a little extra money. We took a hit on the short-term rental, so we had to get back to the drawing board. We had to continue replanning, and we just reallocated our ratios between short and long-term rental. So we rather have an empty apartment than have somebody not inside the apartment and not paying rent. But at the present time, we're just transitioning into longer-term rentals, so that's helping us out.
Okay. And your wealth project?
The wealth development project, I mean, now the COVID-19 situation has presented us an opportunity to go digital. So we've definitely been getting online. We've been marketing online, and we've been communicating with our members. Everything is online.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
Excellent. So pivoting to the digital world, probably
Yes.
using some online resources like a Zoom. I know there's Facebook Live, there's Instagram Live to be able to share that information.
Yes.
And so I think that's one of the ways that businesses are pivoting. But I think what has happened is that COVID has caused many business owners, if not all, to really think about how they're reimagining their future. And so for you, what do you think is next for you?
I definitely want to push forward with the digital side. It's really helped us out so much. We've actually been doing better than prior to COVID-19. So we're going to keep pushing forward with the digital side, online classes, connecting with people online, and just bringing in more business online.
Awesome.
And how has like the curbside pickup and that aspect of things with StephLova Cafe, how's that been going?
Actually,
So
I thought the dining experience was pretty cool,
Right.
but just the curbside pickup, it's so much more efficient. You can get people in and out really quickly and just meet more people, talk to more people, and touch more people. So, I mean, I actually enjoy it, and I think I want to keep pushing it that direction.
That's awesome. And actually also too, you get to maintain a level of safety,
Yes.
right? Because we're still trying to manage with this. We don't know where it's really gonna head, and right now the biggest thing is protection. So
Yes.
definitely can understand that. And right before we wrap up, we always end our segment with one of our questions, which is, what's the vibe for today? So Latoya, what would you say is the vibe for today?
The vibe for today is inspired. I'm going to say inspired because just of everything that Stephon has shared so far, his fight through the business journey, just where his business is today, that's really a result of planning and being flexible enough to know how to shift and building that team. It's inspiring to see that even in situations that, you don't have any control over COVID-19, no one knew, could predict the impact of something of this scale, but even in spite of that, there are still opportunities. It's not like a loss. Like, you can still shift, you can still figure out another way, reimagine another way to do your business and, impact your target audience. Like, you could still move your business forward. So it's really inspiring to hear how you did that across not just one businesses, guys, multiple businesses. And that it's really working well for you. So inspired.
So we're gonna put you on the spot a little bit. What would you say is your vibe for today?
My vibe is motivated. I mean, just having an opportunity to speak to everyone, to encourage them, and I preach this to everybody, even the Wealth Development Project especially, foundation first. So I'm motivated about it, but that foundation, and I encourage everybody to have some type of foundation in place, especially when it comes to doing business, because sometimes we don't know what the future holds, and if you have a solid foundation in place, no matter what comes your way, you'll be okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's really important. So you want to let the people know where they can reach you? I know you have many different handles, and you have your wealth development and real estate. Where could we reach out to Stephon Hinds?
All right, so you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube on the Wealth Development Project, StephLova's Cafe, and Hinds Residential Suites, Stephon NYC Housing.
See, guys, the list keeps
rolling.
Keeps rolling.
Yeah, definitely. But if you just look up Stephon Hinds, you'll find me online and we can communicate. I'm open to talking to anybody.
Definitely, and come check this place out at 952 Utica Avenue. The food here is excellent. You will not be disappointed.
You will not be disappointed.
And again, as always, until next time, be safe.
Thank you, guys.